In this episode, we're going to be installing Hyper-V and configuring it on Windows 10, so stick around. What's going on, Geek Nation? I'm your host, Dr. Geek, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Hyper-V, installing and configuring Hyper-V on Windows 10. So let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to need to know is Hyper-V is not for Windows 10 Home. And to see what version you're running is you right click your start, you go up to System, and then you scroll down to Edition, and it'll say Windows 10 Pro. If you have the home version, it'll just say Windows 10. It says Windows 10. You can't enable Hyper-V, so you need to upgrade your version to Pro. Alright, so let's right click start again, go to System. Right click, you're going to go to Apps and Features. Then under Related Settings, we're going to go Programs and Features. Turn Windows features on and off. We're going to go scroll down to Hyper-V. Now you can hit the plus sign to see what other features you're going to install inside Hyper-V. You can do the GUI management tools, and for advanced users that wants to use PowerShell, you can install PowerShell. You do need the Hyper-V visor and services to have Hyper-V running. So I'm going to install all of the features. Now, say if you don't want to install PowerShell, you can uncheck PowerShell and then install Hyper-V. You can come back 1 or 2 weeks later and open this, check mark PowerShell, and then PowerShell feature for Hyper-V, and then install it, and it'll install your PowerShell feature. Okay, so we're going to click OK, and then it's going to install Hyper-V. Alright, so we're going to come back and then finish the installation. It might want you to, I'm pretty sure it's going to want you to restart your computer. So restart your computer. Yeah, it's going to restart your computer. So restart your computer and we'll be back. Okay, we are back. So what you want to do is in the search, you're going to type in Hyper-V. And here it is. Then to configure Hyper-V, we're going to right click your computer server. I call it server. You're going to go to Hyper-V settings, and here is your settings for your Hyper-V. So what I want to do is make sure you know where you're going to be storing your virtual machines and your hard disk. You want your virtual machine and hard disk in this spot, but I normally leave it as default. Hit OK here. Right click here. We're going to say New Virtual Machine. So in here, we're going to name the virtual machine. So I'm going to do a Windows. I'm going to call mine VM Win 7 for Windows 7 Pro. Alright. You're going to hit next. Here it's going to ask you for generation 1 and generation 2. Normally I do generation 1 so it can support 32 or 64-bit operating systems. I'll leave it there. Or you can do generation 2. Doesn't support 32-bit, but it supports the UEFI BIOS. UEFI BIOS. So we're going to use generation 1. Next, we're going to give, so the memory is based on how much memory you have on your actual computer. So for me, I do believe I have 16 gigs RAM. So I'm just going to give it 2 gigs for now for testing. All right, so networking, default switch. Next, and create the virtual disk. Here you can specify how much disk space you want for virtual. I'm going to give it 40 because I'm not going to install any programs or anything on it. But you can come back if you're running out of disk space. You can come back and add more disk space. Next, install an operating system here. Because in part 2, I'm going to show you how to install the operating system and configure it. So we're going to install the operating system later. Next, and finish. That's it. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. If you have any questions or comments, comment down below. Until next time, geek out.